Hello, everyone. Welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Steven.
I'm Minnie.
Today's date is September 25th. On day 2, looking at pages 50 to 53 under Culture. And once again, the title is Taiwan's Unique Trash Collection Culture.
那我们今天9月25要接续昨天50到53页文化之窗，要讲快，垃圾车来了，台湾独特的倒垃圾文化。
So I don't know. I feel like when I was young, culture was just about 文化. But now I think whenever we do something in a particular way about anything, we'll just say something culture. So trash collection culture is not really a culture, but it's more about the way that we do this thing. The habit. 对。但 I don't know. That could just be from my personal experience.
我觉得是因为现代人比较想要文绉绉，你知道吗？
Yeah, so I think everything something's in culture.
Could be a culture.
对 Food culture.
Yeah, I was gonna say like bubble milk tea culture.
Yeah, or influencer culture.
Yeah.
Like 就是当网美的那个文化。Yeah.
就是有点像 inside.
Yeah. Just interesting.
Yeah.
All right, subtitle once again is How Different Countries Take Out the Trash.
不同国家如何倒垃圾，所以我们昨天讲了台湾，我们今天要来讲
Other countries. Let's go.
Taiwan's unique trash collection culture. Around the world, different countries have developed their own ways of dealing with garbage. In Germany, garbage trucks collect paper, plastic packaging, and food waste directly from houses through the use of bins of different colors. However, people still need to carry glass bottles to large collection bins in their neighborhood. They must also take large or special waste to local recycling centers. South Korea's waste system is designed to reduce trash. People must buy official garbage bags from their local district. Then they bring sorted waste to special collection areas. If they do not follow these rules, they may have to pay fines. As a result, people are forced to think carefully before they throw things away because producing more trash means spending more money. In Japan, people follow local sorting rules and pickup schedules. They separate trash into many categories and leave it outside only on collection days. Since trash cans are uncommon in public places, people often carry their trash home. These examples show that keeping the environment clean requires effort from everyone. Although different countries use different systems, they all encourage people to take responsibility for their waste. The next time you take out the trash, remember that even a small action can help make the world a cleaner place.
Around the world, different countries have developed their own ways of dealing with garbage.
在世界各地不同的国家都发展出各自处理垃圾的方法。
对 so have developed 是说已经做了这件事情，已经发展了 so have developed 所以这个后面是 ed okay have developed their own ways 他们自己的方式 so ways in this sentence you could also use the word methods
方式方法
method and here we have an s okay and dealing with garbage we talked yesterday about dealing with something 就是要处理这件事情
有一点麻烦的事情就要 deal with
yeah and here around the world another word you could use is globally. Yeah globally globally okay in Germany garbage trucks collect paper plastic packaging and food waste directly from houses through the use of bins of different colors.
在德国，所以我们现在就聚焦在这个地区，就是德国，透过不同颜色的垃圾桶的使用，垃圾车直接从住家收集纸张， 塑胶包装和厨余。
所以你看很有趣，你刚才是在德国透过什么什么什么，然后再来是说他们这些垃圾车在干嘛？
然后英文是相反。
对，英文是相反。我们常常会先讲重点，就是这些垃圾车他们在干嘛，
然后时间地点丢后面。
对，然后透过什么东西上放在后面。So that's a difference in grammar that you really need to pay attention to because it can cause a lot of confusion when you're writing your own essays or when you're doing homework. So first, in Germany, it instantly lets the reader know that we're talking about Germany. Okay, so it's really good to start with the setting in the beginning of a sentence and then talk about the main thing, the main action that we're talking about. It's these garbage trucks, and what are they doing? They're collecting paper. Okay, 收集这些纸 and what else? Plastic packaging, 他们也在收集 plastics 塑胶包装 and food waste. 然后这些厨余，然后 from where? Directly from houses, 就是直接的 okay,
从家里
directly from houses through the use of 是透过什么东西用什么东西 bins of different color. What is a bin? B-I-N.
桶子
And usually it's for things like trash or storage. Okay, storage bin. Storage 是 储存 S-T-O-R-A-G-E. Storage bin 就是用来装储存的那些物品的一个容器。Okay. However, people still need to carry glass bottles to large collection bins in their neighborhood.
所以这边的 however， 因为刚刚强调是家里嘛，对不对？但是呢，然而民众仍然需要把玻璃瓶拿到社区的大型回收桶来投放。
Yeah, so carry, this verb just means 带着。Okay, 不管是手上还是身上 they have to carry these glass bottles where? To large collection bins. And where are these bins? In their neighborhood.
Can I use bring instead of carry?
You need to bring, yes, you can, definitely, for sure. They must also take large or special waste to local recycling centers.
那民众这边的 they 指的就是民众嘛，他们也必须将大型或特殊的废弃物自行载往当地的资源回收中心。
So they must also. So must means they have to.
就很强烈的，就是必须这样做。
必须要做. So they must also take. Oh, take is also another word you use instead of bring or carry. Right? It's just in Chinese, I always hear it carry. 他 carry 这个整个活动，而是他 carry 这个游戏。
这个人很 carry，
也很 carry， 意思就是说他很燥，可是那个感觉就是他带着他们，然后是他在那下面走路，其他人在他的背上这样子。你可以用这个方式去想象 carry 的意思是什么。It's the same meaning, it's just we use it differently when we're saying it in Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah. So here, take is also a substitute for bring or carry. They also take large or special waste. Okay, so special waste, 特别的垃圾 that's things like maybe if you're throwing away furniture.
家具比较大型。
Yeah, like things that you don't usually throw away. That's what they mean by special waste.
电视啊
or
之类的。
special trash. Okay, and where do they take these to? They take them to local recycling centers, places that are close to your neighborhood, and they're centers or 中心 that are specifically for recycling. Okay, all right, let's take a short break. South Korea's waste system is designed to reduce trash.
那我们接下来你看它的 setting 就飞到南韩了，对不对？所以他说，南韩的垃圾处理系统旨在减少垃圾量。
Yeah, so is designed to do this thing. 它的这个 waste system 这个系统，它是被设计，特别是为了要干嘛 ？Is designed to reduce trash. When we say reduce, 就减少 but you could also use verbs like decrease, D-E-C-R-E-A-S-E, or lessen, L-E-S-S-E-N. 这个不是 L-E-S-S-O-N， 不是课程的 lesson， 它是 L-E-S-S-E-N， 念法是差不多一样。
它是从 L-E-S-S less 那个字，然后加了 E-N 的屁股变成动词，所以变 lesson 就是减少。
它念法是跟那个课是一样的
lesson
OK， 就是用法完全不一样。People must buy official garbage bags from their local district.
那民众必须向当地的政府购买官方专用的垃圾袋。
So here we see that word must again. So 他们必须要 they must buy official garbage bags. When we ever see the word official, 它可以是官方的 right? 就是你刚刚说的。可是我觉得 in this situation, it means,
正式的
yeah, 正式的 or in this situation, I think it means like ones that are recognized by the government.
被规定的
Yeah, 被政府规定的 recognized by the government. And it's from their local district. Then they bring sorted waste to special collection areas.
接着呢，他们会将分类好的垃圾带到特定的收集区。
Yeah. So yesterday's lesson, we said the verb sort, which means to separate things, right? So here we see it again, but this is the adjective form. Okay, sorted waste 就已经被分類的垃圾。
对，所以这边用形容詞。
And then this sentence is started with then, so that's a really good way to kind of say this is the action that happens after
something.
What we said before. And yesterday's lesson, we said later, right? You could say they later bring sorted waste to special collection areas. This is just another way to say it. If they do not follow these rules, they may have to pay fines.
所以如果民众未遵循这些规定，他们 may 可能会面临罚款。
所以遵循这些规定就是 follow rules.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Can
follow
also say obey.
Obey, O-B-E-Y. But follow usually is more natural to say. Obey kind of sounds more like a very
很强硬
yeah, like a very strict rule that you must obey. But follow the rules is more casual and heard in everyday English. Okay, so follow these rules. They may have to pay. So may means that they don't necessarily have to. Sometimes maybe they'll get a warning. 它会被警告 a warning, but they may have to pay. And I have to pay 就是必须要付，他们可能必须要付 fines. So what is a fine? A fine is paid money for a penalty for doing something wrong.
Penalty 就是惩罚的意思。那 fine 我们通常都是 I'm fine, thank you 那个 fine 嘛，对不对？它其实是一样的 fine，但是就是它是不同的意思。
Yeah, fine, I'm fine, thank you 就是形容词，这个是名词。
名词，罚款。
Yeah, so you're not going to be fined if you have to pay fines.
哇
对，如果付这些账单、这些
你就不好了。
罚单，你不会是好的。Okay. As a result, people are forced to think carefully before they throw things away because producing more trash means spending more money.
所以 as a result 意思就是因此，也有点像 therefore， 对不对？所以因此，人们在丢弃物品前都会三思，会想清楚，因为制造更多的垃圾就意味着要花更多的钱。
Yeah, so produce 就是制造。Here you could say cause more trash or make more trash. Means or signifies 有什么意义？那个意义是它会 spend more money. Okay, 它会因此会让它花更多钱。
因为要花钱买袋子嘛。
Yeah. All right, let's take a short break. In Japan, people follow local sorting rules and pick up schedules.
那我们现在又飞到日本了，对不对？所以在日本，民众呢遵循当地的分类规则跟清运的时间表。
So if you notice, this author, each paragraph is about a different country, but they didn't want to start each one with in Japan or in South Korea or in Germany. We did see in Germany in the first paragraph.
Yes.
But the second paragraph, because of repetition, they didn't want to have that repetition, so they tried to use a different way. So they immediately just said South Korea's waste system is blah, 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 blah. So here, because there's a paragraph in between saying in Japan, would be okay. It doesn't look too repetitive when there's a little bit of space.
还是让读者的耳朵可以休息一下的感觉，所以他会用不同的写法去代表说，哦，我要强调不同的地方。
In the previous paragraph, we saw sorted waste. Okay, here we see sorting rules. So what's the difference? Sorted 是被分类的垃圾, and here is sorting rules. It's another adjective for sort, but it's saying that the rules of sorting, of doing this thing.
所以它其实有点像是我们主动被动的感觉，一个是被分类的嘛，那在这边的话是它的 sorting rules， 它的那个规则规范就是它分类的规范，所以它是形容词，两个都是形容词，但是它比较有一种用主动被动的感觉去分辨的话，会比较好看得懂。
没错。And pick up schedules. Okay, so here pick up usually if it's separate, like I'm going to pick you up later. 我等下来接你。
中间会有一个空格。
对 here is pick up. So pick up by itself is actually a noun, but pick up schedule is being used together.
Adjective.
Yeah, it's an adjective. It's a noun modifier. That's why. 所以就有的时候也会有这个情况，该是形容词，就是该是名词的东西，它也可以被用成形容词，在有一些的情况下。
对。
They separate trash into many categories and leave it outside only on collection days.
那他们会将垃圾细分为许多的类别，而且呢，只在清运日将垃圾拿到户外。
So you could also say they sort trash into many categories. It's just that we've already used that
Sort
verb.
a lot of times.
Yeah, so now they're using separate, okay? And it's interesting because separate as a verb is read as separate, okay? But if it's an adjective, it's spelled the same way. It's separate, okay? Just pay attention to that difference. So here, verb, they separate trash into many categories. And where do they put it? They leave it outside. 他们会留在外面 only on days where the trash truck comes to collect them on collection days.
所以这个 only 其实也是强调，就是只有在 collect day 的时候，他们才可以把它拿到外面去的意思。
然后分类成什么什么的类别，我们会 separate into categories. Okay? Since trash cans are uncommon in public places, people often carry their trash home.
所以这一段都在讲日本的情况，所以这边的 since 呢是因为的意思，就是因为在日本公共场所很少见到垃圾桶，人们通常都会把垃圾带回家处理。
就少见是 uncommon， 所以常见的是 common. Okay, so trash cans, this is 垃圾桶, right? You could also say trash bins. It's just if you really want to argue the difference, not many people would argue the difference.
Bigger?
Bins, I would say the material usually is plastic. And maybe sometimes it's a rectangular shape.
四方形的
Trash cans are usually metal and circular.
金属的
But people don't usually say, wait, that's a trash can or a trash bin? It's a trash can. Or that, like they don't really separate it.
Word Nazi.
Yeah. Unless they really were particular and picky about the differences. But that's just the way I see it. Other people could see it very differently. Okay. Just to talk a bit about the trash system in Japan. Yeah, sometimes when I visit Japan, if I finish a drink, it is impossible, near impossible. 就是差不多已经是不可能了 near impossible to find a trash can, a public trash can.
真的
So you just have to kind of hold on to it until you get home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very inconvenient.
So it's a little different from Taiwan. But some people have said Taipei is also the same where it's hard to find trash cans. I don't agree. I see trash cans everywhere.
Yeah, I mean MRT.
Yeah. But it's definitely easier to find a trash can than compared to in Japan. All right, let's take a short break. These examples show that keeping the environment clean requires effort from everyone.
所以我们最后一段要做一个总结了。所以他说这些例子显示，维持环境整洁需要每个人的共同努力。努力这个字我们会很常看到 effort。
So keep something， 然后加一个形容词，就是维持这样子的一个状态。So keeping the environment clean 是维持让环境是干净的。Okay, and what does this do? It requires effort from everyone. 这是 demands or it needs 要求 effort from everyone. Effort means hard work, time, and energy to do something.
时间、精力跟你的努力，所以它就是其实就是翻译成说你需要花很多的努力的意思。
Yes. Although, 而且是大家都需要
Yeah,
so from everyone. Okay. Although different countries use different systems, they all encourage people to take responsibility for their waste.
所以 take responsibility for 就是为什么负责。所以他这边就说，虽然尽管不同国家使用的制度有不太一样，但是呢，都是在鼓励人们为了自己制造的废弃物负责。
Encourage someone to do something.
鼓励
一个人去做一件事情。Here we see encourage people to take responsibility for their waste. 就是鼓励人们去
做某事，去
负责他们的垃圾。So to take responsibility for 真的是常用，比如说take responsibility for your actions.
为了你的行为负责。
Yeah, 你可能做错事情还是说错话 ，you have to take responsibility for what you did
Yeah.
or said.
没错。
Okay, 有另外一个字常会看到就是 accountability.
Accountability.
Okay, accountability 就是 account， 然后加 ability，accountability， 这个也是一种责任。Okay, take accountability for what you said. 它跟这个 take responsibility 是差不多一样，但是 take accountability 有多一个层面是你要负你讲这句话还是做这个事情，它可能会伤到别人的那个情况下，你要负这个责任，你要懂得说对不起，还是懂得认错那种感觉。Take accountability， 而 take responsibility 只是一个责任而已。它两个都是责任，只是 accountability 是有多一个层面，是你要知道你自己做错事情，还是说错话。
所以是有点像是你的认知是不是错误，或者你的认知是不是有多一层共感吗？多别人想的那种感觉。
对，然后 accountability 是有多一点，就是你自己要心里知道你可能真的有做错事情的感觉。对，认错在这一方面有多认错的一个层面。But we hear a lot. And nowadays in America, especially when people say things that are insensitive or hurtful in media or in public, then we will say, you have to take accountability for what you said, okay? You have to take responsibility and do something about it. Yeah. So it can be used interchangeably, I think, a little bit. But we hear accountability a lot nowadays.
因为现在比较强调是就是像是平等嘛，或者是一些我们以前没有去注意过的政治比较不正确的东西。
Yes.
那现在比较强调这些的时候，我们就会有这个 accountability 这个字再去分类，就不是只是负责而已，你也要为你自己的认知、你自己的学习、你自己怎么看待事情的那个部分，比较抽象的那个部分去负责。
Yes, and do something about it. Yeah. The next time you take out the trash, remember that even a small action can help make the world a cleaner place.
下一次换你倒垃圾的时候，请记住，即使是一个小小的举动，也能协助让世界变得更干净。哎，你们知道老师生日的时候都喜欢做什么事吗？
Oh, I like to make the world a cleaner place.
Yeah, 老师每次生日都会号召大家，然后一起去净滩。
Yeah, beach clean up. Beach clean up. And I like how this last sentence kind of ends the whole article, and all of a sudden the language changes to you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like connect after you know all about trash, all these things about trash. Now we're trying to connect the article to the person listening or the person watching the video and trying to make like a connection to them. So adding the you. So this is something that some authors do as like a technique to kind of connect the person listening or watching to the article itself.
也是一个很好 public speaking 的用法，就是当你在讲完你的briefing，或者是讲完你的观点之后，you can also join 的那种感觉，就是有点号召大家一起，然后那个听众也会突然间就聚焦在他身上。
Yes. All right. So hopefully you guys learned a lot about collecting trash in the past 2 days. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.